What is the most powerful trait we have? You need power, speed. Let your imagination do the rest.
Undisputed, the Mexican Monster Pack out now.
Boxing King Media, we're here at the Hard Rock Cafe. First time ever for Dalton Smith in New York. I've got to ask you before we talk about the boxing, Dalton, first impressions of New York.
I wouldn't be a 140-pound fighter if I lived in New York, let's put it that way.
Have you tried some of the food?
Yes, I only got in yesterday, but went to that Joe's Pizza last night. Yeah, the queue a mile long, but yeah, the pizza was good.
You know, I did the same. There's about 5 or 6 I've got in New York, so if you go a bit further down, 10 minutes down the road, there's no queue.
It's not as busy. I'll keep that in mind then.
How long did you wait in that queue? Because that queue's massive.
40 minutes. 40 minutes for 3 slices of pizza.
Worth the wait.
Worth the wait. Worth the wait, yeah.
The pizzas are mad. I was speaking to the guy yesterday and he said they're trying to open one up in London, but they want to bring their own staff there, and because of visa issues, it's a bit of an issue. How random's that?
I think it'd do well. It would do well.
You're here in town for, I'm guessing, on a spying mission. Puello versus Matias. Both are fighting each other. I know you've told me off camera you think Puello's going to win, but do you give Matias any chance?
Of course. You know, it is a 50-50 fight, but I'm favouring Puello. I just think stylistically wise, I think he'll make it messy, just do enough to scale the rounds. But of course, I won't be surprised if Matias wins. But yeah, be a good fight.
And your situation, are you as the winner 100% going to fight you next, or is there any way they can worm their way out of it?
I mean, we'll have to see. Obviously, the way where we're at the minute, you know, I'm mandatory #1, and you know, if the WBC order that, you know, then we've got to fight. But like I say, anything can happen in boxing. But you know, I'm here for a reason, and you know, I want that fight next.
Okay, you'd be pissed off if they decided to go down a different route, because I was speaking to Dimitri Slita yesterday, and he was kind of hinting if Matias wins, it's never guaranteed that he's got to fight you. They could find a different opportunity. That must piss you off, considering you waited your turn, haven't you?
I've waited my turn, but them saying that means they don't want to fight me. There must be a reason, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's very likely I'll get the winner of that fight.
And let's talk about the main event, BERLANGA SHEERAZ. Every expert I speak to is picking Hamza SHEERAZ to win him and potentially stop him. But most people who are probably more fans are saying BERLANGA. Where do you stand?
It's one of those, I think BERLANGA's the more experienced fighter. Obviously SHEERAZ, from his last performance, you know, I think that could have been with the weight. Obviously he's massive for the weight now, and he's moved up, so you know, we'll have to see. Obviously I'll be there. I want SHEERAZ to win. Obviously always support your own. Like I said, I think it's going to be a great fight, but we'll have to see.
What's next for Liam Cameron? I've heard talks of him trying to fight on Misfits, and I know you're quite close to him. I tried to set up him and Ty Mitchell, but I don't think that's happening. Yeah,
I mean, obviously Liam's just enjoying life a little bit at the minute. You know, he's still training. He's probably in better nick now than he was, you know, for his fight. I know he's renovating his house. He's busy with that. So yeah, he's just taking a couple of months out, enjoying life. You know, finding his feet again a little bit. You know, he's had his life's been a madness for the last 18 months. So yeah, there's some big fights out there for Liam, and I think he'll be out, you know, towards the end of the year.
I want to get your perception from this, because when I interviewed him a few weeks ago, one of the things he said to me was, he goes, I thought money would make me happy. He's had a couple of good paydays, but he's kind of come to the conclusion that it doesn't actually make you happy. I just want to get your experience from that, because obviously you've come from the ground up and you're making good money now.
Yeah, I mean, money doesn't make you happy, it just makes life easier. It just makes life easier, and you can help more people, you can do this, you can do that, you can, like you say, it makes life a little bit more stressful, but it doesn't, of course it doesn't buy you happiness. You know, you've got to find what makes you happy in life, and you know, some people might say it's money. But yeah, I mean, Big Dog.
All right, mate.
How are we going?
Well, good, you?
You sure as cool as you, Ed, for them glasses. So yeah, can't remember what I was saying.
Talking of money, Eddie N turns up.
That's it. Ed, you walked in at the right time when we were talking of money, and
Yeah.
you walked in.
Yeah.
So we had a question.
Yeah.
Go on, you say. What about Liam?
I was talking to Liam Cameron the other weekend. He was talking about he's had a couple of good paydays, but he's come to the conclusion that money doesn't actually make you happy, even though that's what we all strive for. And as we was talking about it, you rocked up the money man himself.
Money doesn't make you happy, but it can help. It can also be a hindrance.
Oh, my hands.
In fact, and this is sometimes the more money you have, the more problems you have. Just like Biggie said. But the truth is that life is difficult. Believe me, it doesn't matter whether you've got a load of money or no money. Life is difficult. But money helps solve problems. Most problems, not all problems. That's the reality. And although Liam's now got money, if he actually thought about it real deeply, does he prefer to have money or not have money? The answer is have money. And everyone would feel the same way. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think money should be the be all and end all, and it certainly shouldn't be the reason behind your passion for what you do, because then you won't have a real passion. In fact, when it starts becoming about the money, you don't have the same drive and passion, especially in boxing. The minute it starts becoming about the money, you ain't the same fighter. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, we won't mind being a fiver behind you, though, won't we?
Well, that's very difficult to do, though. You might have to fight till you're 740. But you could, at the end of the day, you never know the levels. There's a difference between making 400 or 500 grand and making 5-6 million. And one fight, one performance can change everything. Especially for a fighter as young and as good as Dalton. You get that world championship fight, all of a sudden you're fighting Teofimo, you're fighting Shakur for 2, 3, 4 million. But your lifestyle will dictate how much money you need. Like some people, I'm quite straightforward. I don't have yachts and planes. You fucking videoed me having a ham and cheese sandwich in the economy gate on an internal flight. I'm all right doing that.
Any expensive watches either?
No, well I don't, because in London I won't wear a watch because it's a shithole and everyone's getting robbed and stabbed. Another one lost their life in Knightsbridge 2 days ago. Country's gone to absolute pot. But getting back to the situation, it depends on the lifestyle. If you want to go out and buy yachts and planes and Lamborghinis, you better make sure you make hundreds of millions. But, Liam's issue is probably not just money, it's just mentally staying in a good place. And, money don't put you in a good place mentally. Money can put you in a good place positionally, but not necessarily mentally. The best thing in life is to have a passion for something and a love for what you do. It's a bit like when you watch his show with Jamie, fishing's like the same kind of thing. There's no money. He doesn't fish for money, but he loves it. You've got a passion for it. Same as my old man. He'll go down the lake and he'll sit there for hours. And my old man wears Marks and Spencer's suits. Like, if it was up to my old man, I didn't make him buy a nice car, he'd still be driving the car he had 25 years ago. It's not the amount of money, it's just a game. But it's a passion for the game. And that's why you've got to maintain that passion in whatever you do, particularly in boxing. Such a hard game, but you better make sure you get paid in the process. Anyway, that was supposed to be a question that should have been answered in 20 seconds.
That's your motivation.
Not done me normal 5.
That's your motivation on a Thursday.
One quick question I'll ask you if you can answer it jointly together. A common denominator, Adam Azim got married the other day. He received a bit of stick for getting married at 22. Just want to get both of your joint opinions on that, how that affects the future of this fight. And are people just too negative about getting married that early?
People just too negative, full stop. I'm sick and tired of negative, fucking moany, just miserable people. Like, let people live their life. Be happy for people. Let them, do you know what I mean? It's like the world's so shit where it's like everyone wants to criticise everyone wants their opinion, but people aren't really looking at themselves. Don't believe everything you read on social media about people posting this and posting that. People post stuff that want you to think like their life is great. And most of those people posting their life ain't great. You know what I mean? But just try and be happy for people. And, if Adam Azim is happy and he's 22, doesn't matter if he's 22 or 28, and he's in love and he wants to do, good luck to him. Wish you all the best. Don't analyse it. It's not that you ain't got to go deep into it. Oh, what do you think about this? He's living his life. It's his life. It's his responsibility. Just try and find happiness.
And similar to you eating at the airport, people got so engrossed in you eating a sandwich in economy class.
Oh, but listen, don't worry about me. I'm a robot. I sit in those lounges all the time having ham and cheese sandwiches, dipping the mayo in, and people I get on a plane, everyone goes, oh my God, I can't believe you're on this plane. Don't you have your own plane? It's like, no. Well, anyway, but look, I'm a delivery boy. I've got Shakur's gloves here.
I'm gonna catch you for a proper one-to-one in a bit. Just finishing on what he just said there, he gave quite a good answer to the Adam Azim question, but the same question to you, what do you make what he said?
The same. Look, me and Adam are on a trajectory to one fight. But like I say, what Adam does in his life, like, I wish him the best. Like, you don't wish bad on anybody in the personal life. Boxing's a business. You know, it's not personal. And like I said, congratulations to Adam. I wish him happiness, health, wealth. Like, that's how life is. Like, you don't wish. I don't wish bad on Adam. Like, people sit and think, oh, I want Adam to, you know, be on a downfall, do this. The only thing I want to do is kick his ass. Do you know what I mean? And plenty of money in my career, kick his ass, prove that I'm number one. But after a fight, we'll shake hands and I'll have the same respect for him as before. And I wish him nothing but the best.
I was saying there was a lot of comments. The funniest comment was, Dalton Smith is the best man. So can you clarify, was you the best man?
And I heard he sent the invite, but it never arrived.
Dalton, always a pleasure, mate. Last one, Taylor Serrano. Does Taylor make it 3-0, or what do you think?
I hope Katie Taylor wins. You know, she's a legend in the game. Like, we all love Katie Taylor. I think them two have got a style where they'll have a war. Don't matter, they can fight 100 times, they'll always have a war. But I want Katie to win, but I just feel like Serrano's just that little bit fresher.
Dalton Smith, pleasure as always, brother. Hope to see you
The
soon.
most powerful trait we have. You need power, speed. Let your imagination do the rest.
Undisputed, the Mexican Monster Pack out now.